Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to Planetbase. With our little Planetbase going pretty well. We're up to almost 40 people. Slowly expanding down here. We need more steel, frankly. That's currently our hold. Once we've got a bit more steel, we should be okay. Getting the steel, that's another matter. At least we've got the drawbot, which is constantly working. I really appreciate drawbots. I've probably gone over about this at length, but I'll go over it again. I love drawbots because they work 24/7. They don't need no unions. They don't need no minimum wage. They just need some oil and some spare parts, and they're good to go. Sound like Donald Trump. Anyway, no, that would have to be talking about Mexican robots or something. Yay, current politic humor, which is not going to make sense if anyone watches this in like 5 years' time and no one knows who Donald Trump is. But anyway, right. Processing plant, could get rid of it. Kind of like the airlock. I think I'll just leave it. Because frankly, the airlock's only use up a little bit of power. Well, one isn't insignificant. Food is falling. If it falls much further, I will need to expand and open the second one up. What about water? We've got plenty of overhead on water. You know what? I'm going to turn you on. Actually, no. Let's do something special. Let's have a tissue synthesizer going on. That's a 3. Why not? We've already got the place on a priority work, so let's get some miscellaneous meats involved. Miscellaneous meat. Miscellaneous meat is basically when you walk into a kebab shop and they have something on a spit in the background rotating with like an infrared light, like just heating it up. You're not sure what it is. It doesn't resemble any form of animal, but it's probably miscellaneous meat. And of course, there's all the horror stories about the miscellaneous meat, like, oh, it was the manager's wife who he murdered and then sold as kebab meat or something. Basically like your modern day pie shop thing. How are we doing? You should do pig instead. You should do beef instead. There we go. So we've got some pork, some beef, and some chicken. Miscellaneous meat. No horse. Sadly, Tesco's will be very disappointed with the selection today. That joke is about 2 years old now. I should probably move on and get a new joke. Probably doesn't make sense to many people. Especially considering Tesco's is a UK supermarket. Which is owned by Walmart, I think. But still. Doesn't really have the broad appeal. The reach required. For those of you who don't know, Tesco's, a UK supermarket, was sourcing, like, burgers which happened to have a large amount of horse meat in them. And people were complaining. And, you know, they're fairly right to do. And but to be fair, my problem isn't eating horse. I don't mind eating horse. I mind that they mislabeled it. And I think that's, like, all my friends agree. That all my friends are like, yeah, I wouldn't mind eating horse. I care that, you know, they said it wasn't horse. I mean, you know, some meats are fun. I mean, kangaroo is a nice meat. Vegetarians have just stopped watching now. I'm sorry, vegetarians. And then there's some sort of joke about vegans stopped watching a long time ago and posted an angry comment saying that they were vegan. But, you know, I'm kind of, you know, that's a very stereotypical view. And while stereotypes can be fun occasionally, I think that maybe that was a bit overdone. Like, I don't need to make the joke. The joke just, no, it would fall flat. There wouldn't be much to add. Okay, so now we've got our facility up and running over here. We should be able to start putting landing pads in. Of course, landing pads are going to use up a lot of power, so I actually want to get the power infrastructure in before we do that. I will check the graphs and stuff to make sure. Food is iffy. Okay, let's check the graphs. Show me water. Okay. Show me oxygen. Show me power. This suggests we're not filling up during the day, because we can fill up to here. But we're actually using more power. Interesting. So yeah, we need to save up a lot of steel and then enlarge our power facility. Once we've done that, then we can get rid of this landing pad and put new landing pads in. We also need to make guns if we're doing that. Yeah, let's make some guns. Yeah, we should also put in a semiconductor factory. Because we want to start doing something with robots as well. Relatively soon. So getting the semiconductors in would be good. Okay, of course that's going to eat up some of our metal and our bioplast. I mean, bioplast doesn't matter as much, but it's going to use up some of our metal, which is a shame. I mean, if we could enlarge our supply of metal, that'd be grand, but honestly, a second mine might help. Wouldn't massively help. So let's check. Can I get airlocks in over here? Yes. In which case, I should probably do that fairly soon so that I can... Power storage is critical? Yeah, we came very close overnight. We will put meteor defense in occasionally. But I need to expand first. People will be like, whoa! People have died! People have died because you haven't put in meteor defense. And I'll be like, yeah. Acceptable casualties. Meat supplies going up. Vegetable supplies going down. Okay. If we're gonna have more people arrive and join in, we're gonna need to get more food. Like, as we are, we're barely sustainable. So we actually need to just add stuff right now. We don't have any GMs, which is a shame. I'm gonna get something a little bit more long-term. What was that? Radish. Okay, so onion. Lettuce. I'll get lettuce and a tomato, why not? That should be fine. Slowly stockpiling steel. No one's working on the arms workshop because they need a semiconductor. Semiconductor's getting there. I think we might just build 2 semiconductor things. I mean, at the end of the day, like, what are we going to lose out on? What? For God's sake. We lost a biologist as the meteor hit the biodome. Of course we did. And I was just talking about how we don't need meteor defense. Now this is the time where, like, I still stand by what I said, but I can't say it because it would be politically incorrect and inadvisable because people would complain. We'll get a biologist the next wave. And we also need to start upping the guard amount. At the expense of... Not at the expense of workers. Maybe at the expense of biologists. Which means we won't get biologists the next wave. But we need guards, right? We do need guards coming in now. Yes, power storage is low. I need a little bit more metal. Give me the metal. Solar flare imminent. Yeah, you are probably gonna not like the long journey you've got. Medicine is ready. We're gonna need it. Yep, you're irradiated. Hello, Drillbot. You're not irradiated. You're fine. Okay. Got 2 irradiated, I think. Come, medics. Yeah! Quick action there, saving lives. Well done. I'm sure Connolly will be very happy. That's got to be an interesting one. As soon as you arrive, you're like, yeah, I've heard about this place. It's a lovely holiday resort. You know, they've got a few too many meteors, but generally, you know, lovely place. New job openings. By the way, you've stepped off your transport immediately into a solar flare. And you nearly die from radiation poisoning. Interesting intro. %. Semiconductors, and we're nearly there on our first gun. Right. How good are we for metal? Nearly there. I want to build outside, I want to build a giant solar panel. Should I leave that so I've got some spare space over there? Maybe. I'm going to try and get one that connects multiple places. Actually, I don't need it. It'll just cost me an extra one for the connection that I'm not going to use. Oh, Boris. You were too young. Really, this is the episode, The Revenge of the Meteors. I shouldn't have said anything. There we go, it's being repaired properly now. Oh dear. The reason I'm not getting any low on workers is because I need them for the mine. If I drop low on workers, what may and need to work in the mine, and I need to send them to the mine. Otherwise, we're kind of screwed. Power storage low. Well, if we get this up and running fast enough, we should be okay. Probably during the day, which means we need 2 more steel. That's pretty low. Well, what do we got? We've got all workers? Hey. I will take that. Come on, I need more steel. Where's my steel? There is no steel. Excellent. Of course there isn't. Hopefully we can survive overnight. Careful. I guess I shouldn't, like, in hindsight, have built this nearer to the mines. I could relocate the mines up here, but that would interfere with the location that I was planning for the biodomes and stuff. Or I could always start building biodomes this way. Guard. No, it's a medic and an engineer, I think. Broken leg. Sleepy times. I've got to get a new sleepy place. Right now we're pushing the limits. Relocating the mines might not be a terrible idea, because it would allow people to immediately place stuff in here. Because right now we're having to take the raw resources from here all the way to here. Which is a bit of a trek. Seriously? We're just waiting on an engineer right now. Yeah. I think that's a good plan. We'll put an airlock here. Then we can delete these, which will free up resources. We'll delete the mine, place a mine up here. A lot of workers coming in. Okay, so let's get ourselves going with an airlock. Do I want to place one or one on the side? Place one on the side. There we go. Should be able to get that down pretty quick. Now solve all our problems there. Power storage. Well, of course, the bleeding is. We also need more storage as well. Frankly, we need a bit of everything, especially if we're going to put down all of the trade things, which are fairly expensive in terms of steel. They cost so much. I'm going to connect that to there. Now, the reason I'm not connected to here is because if this like gets compromised or something, or we don't get enough power, this will start dumping its power immediately into the oxygen generator. So oxygen generator will continue to work. It's a cunning plan, really. Oh, fork disease, malnutrition. We have a good supply of food. I don't know why we've got malnutrition. I should ban more people from coming in temporarily. Because right now I don't think we've got enough beds. So I'm going to build this. You? Will you build this? Yes, you will. Immediately that happens, bam, delete. 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 Lovely. And yeah, why not delete? And then mine. Prioritize? Prioritize. It's a new, very special word. Prioritize. Prioritize that. How many guns do we have? I don't know if we've got any guns. Like, I assume that the guards have grabbed them, so they're not in circulation. Have to wait and see. We also need a second airlock. Like, straight up. If we're doing this, we need a second airlock. There's one thing I learned. Is you need a second airlock for your mine so that you can empty it quicker. And stuff like solar flares. Because when that goes down, you do not want people outside. Extra mine. And I'm actually going to disable that mine. Only work in this mine. Oh no, we don't have enough metal. In which case, yeah. That's what happens when you spend a lot of metal on new power equipment. It's fully staffed. Second mine isn't a bad idea since it's fully staffed. And immediately, ore. There is ore in there. Could have brought it with you. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Kind person. Is it a medic? It's a medic. There we go. That was much quicker. I think relocating them has been a very good idea. We need 2 more steel for that. I think we might... 2 mines, maybe expand to 3? Like, 3 is tempting, but honestly, do I need it? I guess I don't know until 2's online. They're missing steel. You're missing steel. Yeah. Everybody's missing steel right now. Alright, we'll finish this mine and I think we'll call it for the episode. Expansion's going well, but it does require a lot of steel. Yeah, screw it. We're gonna go to 3 mines. Why not? It's fairly cheap to get mines. End of the day, we need steel. We need a lot of steel because we need to expand our power supplies and then we need to expand our landing pads and stuff. And all of that takes a lot of steel. Like, very little bioblast. Maybe we should start trading for just get rid of our bioblast. Might have to. Oh, broken leg. Seriously, someone bring me just 1 steel. Yes! Well done! That is the steel we want! Agency engineer, we need to build this now. Come on. Where is the engineer? Hello. Okay, that's... Yeah, that's not what I meant. For sure. Huzzah! There we go, second mine. Now let's check if we're actually going to get enough people working in both of them. Like, that one's fully manned. It's fully staffed. We're good. Doubled our production of ore. I don't think we need a third. Double the production is pretty good. I'd probably go for something like 2.2 times production if I could, but it's either 2 or 3, and honestly I don't want to commit the resources to going 3 just yet unless we find that we're still falling short and we could have the staff to do it. But anyway, I'm going to call it here. If I've been EnterElysium and you enjoyed this episode of Planetbase, if you like and not subscribe, please consider subscribing. I'm sorry it's been a bit of a break. I've had technical difficulties up the wazoo. Now, wazoo is all fixed. We're good to go. Let's continue some planet basing. See how far we can get this little colony. I'm thinking we do all the achievements barring the get 300 colonists, because frankly that one's not particularly fun. It's just a slog. So we'll get 100 colonists, we'll do all the fancy stuff in between, and we'll get a monument and all that jazz. The monuments will be made much more expensive as well. So anyway, until next time, stay shiny.